Hello and welcome to the tutorial on how to add a hue shift to a VRChat avatar in hopefully under 5 minutes. Select the mesh of whatever you want to add your hue shift to. For this, it's going to be the eyes of a Manuka, which I will link down below. By default, the eyes are part of the material that's like the whole face, so they don't have their own material, so you're going to add a decal. If you're using an avatar that this applies to, add a decal that's just the eye color. It could be the eye color that you want or not. You're going to add a hue shift to it. By clicking hue shift, moving that to, it should be by 0, it should be on 0 by default. And then you're going to find where you want to add the animation for your eyes, which in this case is going to be right here, just in the file with the rest of my Manuka stuff. Going to click on the avatar, Control D to duplicate it, select your avatar, go into animation, create. For this, since we're using eye, put eye 0. It can be whatever mesh you're using. Again, for this, it would be the eyes. Click on the mesh again. Scroll down to decals. Make sure you've selected the mesh that you want to change and not just the material. Click hue shift, move that, and then move it to 0. Great. Click create new clip. Eye 1. Click record. Move the hue shift. Move it to 1 all the way. Now you've made your animations, you can delete this. If you're creating a hue shift for multiple meshes, just make sure to select them all at the same time. Now you have your animations. What do you do with those? You go to your avatar, select the FX menu. I recommend making duplicates. If you're working on a pre-made avatar, I recommend making duplicates and then putting those in their own folder. As I have, your stuff won't be named like this, so you can also just work on the base FX anyways. Double select your FX. I already made these on here, so you're going to click a plus. Eyes. Awesome. If you're working with eyes. If you're working with something else, again, name it whatever you want, just make sure it matches here. Go to float, since you're working with a hue shift. Name it the same thing. Okay, and then open your avatar's parameters. Here, I already have it made. You're going to click eyes, or select it, name it whatever the same thing is that you're naming it. Type, float, make sure it's saved and synced. By default, you can have it as 0 or whatever you want it to default to on the hue shift to make it whatever color you want, okay? Go back into layers. Here you are on the eyes. Find your animations for it. Right click, click create state from new blend tree. Double click blend tree, click eyes, or whatever the name of your parameter is. Right click add motion, right click add motion, put the 0 value and put the 1 value. You can ensure this works by dragging your avatar into this little box down here, looking at where you want it to be, and seeing that the hue shift works. Great, that means you made the animation correctly. If you didn't, just remake it. Okay, now go back into your scene, or wherever you want to be. Find your menu for your avatar, or whatever menu you want to put this shift into. And you're going to make it click plus, name it whatever you want to name it. Submenu, make it, if it's by default submenu, whatever it is, change it to radial puppet. Make sure there's nothing selected in the parameter. Rotation, click eyes, float. Great, and you're done. And make sure you drag gesture manager, which will also be linked. Click enter play mode. Yeah. For this, you're gonna want the main camera to be at probably these values, and then the movement, and make it so you can see whatever you're trying to hue shift. Gesture manager, enter play mode. Again, mistake. Expressions, eyes, and there you go. Have made a hue shift for whatever you're trying to make a hue shift for. You can also edit other things the same way, such as the emissions or the saturation or the darkness, but all of them basically work the same way, just by changing the value from 0 and change the other value to 1. And there you go. You have made a hue shift on an avatar in 4 minutes.